Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to another edition of Sabado Nights with Steve Lu. Ito po ang part 2 ng Boracay episode. Doon sa mga nakapanood sa atin last week sa part 1 ng Boracay episode, may kinausap tayo si Mr. Bong Fernando, tapos pinakilala natin ang ating food diwata, ating food correspondent na si Miss Katya, at of course yung mga gigs na ginawa ko doon. Dito sa part 2 ng Boracay episode ng Sabado Nights with Steve Lu, nakapanayam natin si Andre Abriam, ang may-ari ng Beachcomber Bar. Yan ang pinakaunang bar sa Boracay. So makasaysayan yung mga kwento niya, nakakatawa na naging kaibigan natin siya nung tumira tayo ng Boracay. So pakinggan natin yung storya niya. Well, here we are in Tagaytay City. I'm hanging out here with Boracay's original party boy. Anyway, this is Steve Lu for Sabado Nights. Tonight we will feature Mr. Andre Abriam over there. How's that? So, Andre here is a good friend from Boracay. Everybody knows that swing by the tree in front of Beachcomber, the legendary Beachcomber. Through the years, I've been hanging out with Andre. You know, I see him dine. I invite him sometimes to dine at Casbah and meet him in all places. And yung mga Boracay stories niya are very rich and very interesting. So here we are. You know, ang very interesting kasi, you know, first few times I went to Boracay first time I went was 1988. Well, 1988, wala pang masyadong I'm sure you were, what time or what year did you go to Boracay?
Actually, I started going to Boracay in 1973.
73. Martial law.
Yeah, I was there. I also tasted some of the things that happened during martial law. It happened in Boracay, but I'm sure you don't want to go in that direction.
What brought you to Boracay in 1973?
Well, the foreign women that topless.
You were a native of Calibo, no?
Yes.
Okay.
But I went to school in the States, graduated from college, and I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
Then I had people talking about Boracay, my cousins and my Calibo friends. So I checked it out, and
this is nga in 1973.
Around 73, 76, I kept going back as a student.
Right. Okay.
And so every summer I would go there. Then I got to meet some local friends there, very local. And most of the time they were. Every time somebody goes there, they're trying to sell lots, you know. So I came in at the right time because people were selling and somebody was offering it to me 500 square meters for like 10,000 pesos each one. So.
This is where the Beachcomber Hotel is now.
Where Obama Grill is.
Okay, so 500 square meters yon. They sold it to you for 10,000.
Yes.
So, this is in 1976?
79 now.
79. So going back and forth, a fresh graduate from the US, didn't know what to do, native of Calibo. So you had 10,000 pesos, you bought the property. What was the plan?
Like any brand new graduate from college, you have student loans, right? So I didn't have any money.
Right. You opened up the bar and it was called Beachcomber.
Yeah. First I didn't know, but I just opened it. I had it's like a really native, you know. The posts were coconut posts, and everything was cocoa lumber with nipa. So, yung that was where this swing was, yung may coconut tree na slanted na gano'n, tapos may swing ka. Iconic yun. Iconic. Unfortunately, wala na yung tree. Diba? Okay. And one time we were friends and he said, "Hey, Andre, you know, I heard you have a piece of property there.
Right.
Why don't you open a bar?" So I said, "Well, sounds like a good idea. If this guy could get all the chicks on this side of the island, I could get it that side."
I love it.
Yeah, New Year's Eve, 81, 82.
So you inaugurated New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Well, you know, 1981, Boracay. Wala pang kuryente.
Wala pa. So, and also that's the first bar nga talagang beach bar. So, before that, yung mga people that drinks, they go in the restaurant and they would drink inside. So, my bar is parang modern beach bar. I had the stools outside.
Right.
And the bartenders inside.
Right.
But the locals, I invited them and they all went inside the bar instead of sitting in the stool, you know. I said, no, you go there and sit outside, you know, and I served the drink.
So, walang kuryente. You were gasera, ganun.
For lighting, we use the Petromax.
Petromax, okay.
With the because it's maliwanag eh. So when you're drinking, the bomba, then we put yung you know what they use in the parol, yung cellophane.
Right.
So we wrapped it in cellophane, then it creates that parang ambience. For the music, I had my 8-track car cassette stereo.
Right.
And with a car battery.
So may speakers ka na nun.
Oh, we have two speakers. But at that time, it's so quiet in Boracay, you don't need to have the music loud. So at that time, I know how to drink, but I never mix it. You know, I never know how to mix a drink. So we had like 3 choices: rum coke,
Right.
piña colada, and coke rum.
Coke rum and rum coke. So walang food, just drinks.
Just drinks. Eventually, yung mga locals, they serve barbecue.
So please tell me about this party. How was it? Ano ba?
Which one?
That New Year's Eve party. Did you invite friends?
At that time, we just opened. So mostly the neighbors that came. And
Right. May mga foreigners na ba nito?
at that time, only mga travelers.
Backpackers.
But later on, marami ng foreigners that decided to live there. At the beginning, the first 2 years, I never made money.
Okay.
Because all my friends, I was selling the beer for $3.25 per beer. And I was making like 25 centavos.
Right.
So
You
when
bought
my-
at 3 pesos and you sold
Yeah,
at
so when my
3.25.
friends come over, we like to drink, so we drink almost all the profits. So, and when the girls come, low-key talaga. Especially the Germans, they would drink us under the table, you know.
Okay. Tell us, how did the business evolve?
Well, actually, I just opened the bar to pick up the girls.
Okay. So that's the evolution.
Yeah, that's the payoff. Coming from California, I have my hat there, and the
Right.
back I brought the waterbed.
How was life in Boracay in 1984?
Usually, there's seasonal eh. So from December hanggang siguro June, you get a lot of backpackers.
Right.
Because it's getting cold in Europe.
Right.
So that's the time they go to tropical islands.
Right.
Then when summer comes, they go back to Europe.
Right.
And then the Habagat wind is coming from the front, so hardly any tourists. So.
Right. Wala pa yung bulabog niyan eh, no?
Wala pa. It's nobody even goes there, you know.
Right.
So even during those times, usually I just go to Calibo with my parents and stay. And
So you lived on the island during the season?
yeah, and off and on, when I get
Right.
bored. And,
Right.
That's my advantage because some people from Manila, they couldn't do that. So
Right. Uwi
get
ka lang ng
island-
Kalibo, no?
yeah, so they get island fever. And,
You know, Andre, we've shared a few stories before, and I love your stories. I always, you once told me about your experience with ice. You remember that story?
oh yeah, because there's no electricity in the island, so you have to keep the beer cold
Right.
and the drinks, and otherwise nobody would buy that much.
Right.
So, in Calibo, there's an ice plant there, so they would you would order. I would go there once a week and set my order, and they would put the ice in a sack of then they put rice husk.
Right.
So isolate it, then they would tie it up so it's a bundle like a rice. Then they would load it in the jeepney. And by that time, because the jeepney would pick up anybody in the road. So when it leaves Calibo, it's this big. By the time it reaches Boracay, it's this big.
Half the size na lang.
Because there's a hole in the middle. So it became precious.
Okay, yeah.
Americans, Europeans, they're so used to having their drinks cold with ice.
Oh.
Sometimes they would say we would try to minimize the amount of ice we put in their drinks. And sometimes you would say, could you please put some more ice? And I said, no, we'll give you more rum. Miguel Warsdo. Kuya Migs.
Jammers?
Yeah, Jammers.
Jammers.
He's one of the original guys.
He recently passed away, no?
Yes, sadly he passed away, but he was one of the motivators for us to really party. Plus he's an original hippie, you know?
Okay. So, she's one of your influences, ganun ba yun?
Oh yeah, he's our godfather. He teaches what the European women like and don't like. So, like, you know, he would, simply, me and my friends, Wilbeck from and another friend from Calibo, my manager, Munding, the girls, they just traveled around the world and they would come to my bar from Europe. And they would start talking to us, and they see Miguel because he's white, and he would ask them, are these two guys okay? He said, are they safe? And Miguel said, are you kidding? Are they safe? You're lucky that they're talking to you.
He's the bar owner.
Yeah, so he's the one like, you know.
Right. When did John Monroe of Cocomangas start? Yeah, you came before him, right?
Yeah. Actually, John put Cocomangas before it was a bar. He had it as cottages. Right. And it's very close to my place, maybe around 50 steps from my. And of course, my bar at that time is people want to dance, and the music was loud because there's no other sound. There was no tricycle, so his guests would go check out because too much loud music. He decided. Well, he used to write a note to his security guard and send it to me, saying that please turn down your music. It's disturbing our guests, and maybe I had a little bit too much to drink, and I told him, that guy is supposed to be a friend. This is Philippines. He's a foreigner. If he wants to, he should come and face to face and
right.
Tell me in my face. So I think I wrote something, a 4-letter word, and gave it to the guard. I don't know what. So he came in and he started pointing his finger at me, and next thing we know, we're fighting inside the disc jockey booth. See, the cassette tapes were flying, and then there was another guy. He jumped over the DJ's booth. He started punching John, and when he looked up, that's Lawrence. That's my manager. Because Lawrence, after he finishes at Cocomangas, he would come to the bar and party.
And he was punching John.
Yeah, because he didn't know it's not some foreigners. Because we were friends.
Yes. And then eventually you became close friends, diba?
Yeah, eventually, the next thing I know, maybe he went back to Canada and came back and opened the Cocomangas shooting bar.
Yeah.
And I guess he figured out that
the magic formula.
Yeah, I figured out that bar was making more money than his cottages. So that's the history of Cocomangas.
Yeah. Speaking of music, di ba, so you're playing music and then you have cassettes and then they were running on batteries. You once told me the stories kung paano yung nire-rewind yung mga cassette.
Yeah. Well, I would get a big ball pen and I would tell my bartender to
dance
and while rewinding. And sometimes because everybody, including my bartender, we drink, and sometimes they would overwind and the cassette would fly off and hit a customer in the head, So we had anybody that gets hit with a cassette tape in the head gets free drinks. During nighttime, we had people dancing, and all of a sudden they get hot, take off their clothes, and jump in the ocean. And one time, this one guy came back with a banana leaf, and I said, "Lucky, what happened to you? How come you have a banana leaf?" He said, "Yeah, somebody stole my clothes." When I got married, they couldn't drink for free anymore because my wife was
Cashier. Cashier.
So they started opening up their own bar. So Wildick, Hilito, he opened Basura Bar.
Sa kanya pa yung basura?
Oh, sa kanya.
Okay. Yeah, legendary din yung basura bar.
He's the only one that stayed in the business. Up to Quaparao, he still owns that, di ba? And they're the first bar to have a generator.
Because 1988 na ako nagpunta, medyo vague na siya. So, I remember passing through Cocomangas and Beachcomber muna kasi iconic nga yung slide doon, no? Yung swing pala, sorry. So, and then after that, Cocomangas. So, these were the regular stops, di ba? Basura, Beachcomber, and then Cocomangas.
Yeah.
So, 1988 na to. Can you describe to me the scene in 1988? Or what?
Well, everybody was doing their own thing. So when Basura Bar put up a generator, I guess everybody had to keep up with the business. So, but I was hesitant because I wanted to make it still like that. But as nobody coming to my place, they want loud music and they don't want bartenders rewinding with the because Basura Bar had everything. They had a billiard table, they had a TV, they could watch MTV and all that. So I said, why don't you put an advertising saying that absolutely guaranteed, no TV, no generator.
Did that work?
Yeah.
Actually, yan ang hinahanap ng mga backpackers,
time.
Nature and exotic destinations. No?
But by 89, marami na mga Filipino tourists, so they want the disco,
Right.
flashing lights.
Right.
But before that, I had for the flashing light, I had my bartender with the flashlight, clicking in the. They were kind of the leader, but when Basura came in, and they're in the middle of the island, so most of the people would go there.
Yes. Malapit siya sa D-Mall
That area. So they're centrally located, and at that time there was enough business for everybody. We had Cocomangas there. We had Beachcomber, and also maybe a sandbar in Angol.
Right.
So there's like 4 bars at.
What about did you ever have live music performances?
Actually, the first live I had a group from Baguio that I became friends. Desma.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess she was promoting a band from Baguio, Black and White. She had a band.
The
before.
Blank. The Blank. Yeah, not the Black. The Blank.
The Black. Yeah. And the singer, the short guy, he visited Boracay, and we have some local tourists that were
nagja-jam doon. So, paano acoustic o full band?
Well, I brought some acoustic, and also we had a generator, so electric.
So you were actually the first
for the jamming
establishment to have live music.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It wasn't really every day. If they feel like jamming.
I don't know if you know this place called Roxy Park.
Yeah, was that in Boracay?
In Boracay, it's an amphitheater.
Oh yeah, owned by German guy, Helmut or something.
Kasi my friends, Coco Jam.
Oh yeah.
The reggae band, nakilala mo ba yan?
Yeah.
Tumugtog sila doon for 1 month.
Yeah.
So this went on for a while.
Maybe just for maybe a couple of months, because neighbors were complaining. Now it's got live band before thing in the.
Alright. So nagko-complain na sila.
But the songs they were just jamming. They would do a little reggae and they improvise and
We are now pushing to the 90s. Ano na nangyari sa Beachcomber?
Walked away from everything. We were like number 1 bar at that time. I mean, people go there.
So it went on until the year 2000 pala.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we had the first concert we had that has a major attraction was at Beachcomber.
Which concert was that?
Well, Desma, I think 1997. She has this Nescafe promotion.
So the first major program or concert was staged in front of Beachcomber. Sorry.
Yeah,
I always make that mistake. Magkatabi lang kasi sila.
We had that, and we had Sharon Cuneta and Randy Santiago.
So she was one of the first few pala who ventured into Boracay.
Yeah, commercial with commercial.
Right.
And that time, I guess Cher was promoting super ferries to Boracay.
Right,
so,
right,
She had
right,
a show
right.
there, so they just invited them to appear.
Right.
Then the water came in because Phil Estate got the golf
Boracay
course.
tubig.
Once the water came into Boracay, everything changed. You could have big hotels now because potable water. You could mix cement
Right.
with water, and that's when the boom starts, when the water came into
How did
Boracay.
you manage back then in the mighty 80s with regards to water?
Well, we had a bubon, so
Deep well.
yeah, deep well.
Deep well.
And, we have a tank.
Right. So water was hard then.
Oh yeah.
Drinking
so,
water especially.
drinking water. So, oh well, I bought a piece of property next to Joni's.
Right. Is this sometime in the 2000s or before?
No, it's before my 1990, early 1990s. So.
Or earlier, 20,000? Or
It came up to 40,000 per square meter. So now the whole almost 1,000 square meter was, I think, 60,000 I paid for that.
Now, that's like a square inch.
Yeah.
A square inch. So, in the early 90s, you opened up, you bought that property beside Joni's.
Yeah.
Ano yun? And did you convert it into a hotel right away?
Well, I needed a house for the kids, so I basically just put my residence there.
Right.
Whereas Joni, we bought it at the same time from the same owner. He built a resort there, and it's very successful to this day. I couldn't rent a hotel because I was doing the bar business. I would come home at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Right.
And, it's...
Right.
And that's all. I really didn't want to make that much money. And,
In the early 2000, mga 2009, that's when I met you sa Zeppelin.
oh, yeah. That's
You opened the bar across the street of Beachcomber Hotel,
Oh, yeah.
which we called Zeppelin, which was managed by the Spanish guy, si Eli.
Yeah, si Eli.
Eli,
Yeah,
si Eli, who became the bartender at Dos Mestizos.
Yeah.
Who became a good friend actually. I learned so much from Eli then as a bartender. So you're a fan of rock music, di ba?
Yeah, I was... actually, I saw Led Zeppelin live 3 times in
Oh my God!
the States, so, But I don't remember because we were in the nosebleed section, All the smokes there were like...
Right. Year 2000, please tell me what happened in the year 2000.
Well, I just got burnt out, like time to leave. And at the time, I already had the hotel also, so I couldn't
You
do
built
it.
the hotel.
Yeah, I built. No, not yet. That was 2007. Yeah, I was just burnt out. It's just that too much things happening, with the island, and also, like you said, I was a rocker.
Right.
I played reggae, and some beautiful young girl, because I was a DJ, came up to me and said, "Hey, could you please change the music?" I said, "Why?" Well, Bob Marley's been dead for 20 years. So I said, time to retire, because of the techno music was what's coming.
Techno.
Yeah, what do you call it?
House.
The house music was in, and I'm still playing.
Yeah, actually, di ba, by this time, the DJ culture was coming into Boracay. I remember we had this discussion. We've had this discussion before.
And Dario Brothers, where they held a thing there. Hey Jude was coming up, so
Yes.
I said, well, now it's time to, I could turn over to my friends, let them run with the...
So, 2000, was that when Wilbeck took over
Beachcomber.
Beachcomber?
Yeah.
So, so it became Pier 1, and then eventually, I think, was it 2007?
Yeah, when the list finished, I took it back again. And we did Beachcomber again, but by that time, I don't have the
Energy.
And, well, what happened was we tried to revive Beachcomber with Manoy as my partner and his cousin, and it was okay the first couple of, but people already to Hey Jude, and there's the juice bar,
D-Mall na,
and,
D-Mall.
yeah, the mall area. So
you came to the realization that beachcomber was not was no longer the trend.
Yeah, it's no longer the trend. I saw that in year 2000, but
Yes.
you know, I didn't want to run a bar anymore. So.
Right.
Well, what happened was Sandy Javier. I want to open an Andox here in Boracay. So right behind Beachcomber, that was my parents' property. And when they passed away, they gave it to my sister. So I had them do a contract with my sister to open Andox. So the first Andox is behind Beachcomber.
Yes, yes.
That's why we have Obama. And
It's still there.
yeah, it's still there. So I guess they had a long-term lease with my sister. So
Also, okay, you mentioned Sandy because of Obama Grill.
yeah. So,
What year was this?
siguro 2000. Well, after
2000.
Pier 1, I looked for other people to lease. So the Manoy, we did it for 1 year. So mga 2006. Then 2007, we brought in Sandy as one of our partners.
For Obama Grill.
Well,
Hindi pa.
for Beachcomber, then we said, well, just do instead of a bar, just do a restaurant.
Now, there's Obama Grill. Your hotel is being leased out. You're not operating it.
Yeah.
So, here we are, Andre, 2022. You're semi-retired or fully retired.
Yeah.
Here in Tagaytay, relaxing, raising your kids. What holds in the future for Andre? Any chance of you going back to Boracay?
I always go back there, and it's always going to be my home,
Right.
my home base. You never know. I mean, it's just, you know, when you're retired, you just watch the grass grow.
Yeah.
And,
And the sunset, yeah.
the sunset
And the sunrise, yeah.
yeah.
Right, right. Well, congratulations, Andre. You have a fantastic story. I always enjoyed our when we sit down together, have a few drinks, and you're sharing all these classic stories from. Yung pala, 1973 was the first time you went. Do you remember the journey in 1973?
You have to go to Calibo. You have to go through Boruanga.
Buruanga. So you go.
There's no road going through the Nabas. So during because remember there's two seasons, the Habagat season and the
Amihan.
so kung Habagat season, you have to go all the way to Boruanga, which is from I guess July to October.
Yes.
So to go to Boracay, you have to go.
So you have to go all the way to the edge of Buruanga,
Yeah, and then you come down.
where that cliff is, and then from there you take a boat going back to Katiklan.
Yeah, and that's during the month of that's Amihan. That's the month between maybe
October
November up to June. And from June to maybe October, it's Habagat. So you go from Nabas. They have a boat to go to Boracay.
May direct flight na no.
So it depends on the time of the year.
Kasi nga pala Bulabog ang ano mo no, no? That's
Bulabog.
So
During Habagat, you go to Bulabog. During Amihan, you go to Boruanga.
so in 1973 wala pang station 1, 2 and 3 no.
And no such thing. Actually during that time, once you're in Boracay, they could take you anywhere. Where Willis Rock is, that area there.
Yes.
That's the center of Boracay at that time. So you could land anywhere. So if you don't know anything about Boracay, the first person that gets off the boat, you're being a tourist. Usually, you need a place to stay.
And they will offer their place.
But usually there's only like 3 places that offers. It's a house with
Rooms.
Yeah, with rooms. Like Willis place. Wilbeck Hilito.
Back then, by 1973, meron na yung seaweeds.
Oh yeah.
So,
I remember in one of the pictures there in front of Willis the dining area, they had an old picture, I think 1963, of Willis Rock with lumot around it.
Okay.
So I don't know where that picture came. So it's always been there. But,
and the sand was already as white as it was.
Well, maybe compared with today's sand, it's twice as white.
Back then,
yeah. Yeah, Goa, India. So most of the backpackers that came to Boracay they do the route, you know,
I see.
they go to Goa, then, Bali, then Boracay. So word of mouth, that was already
I see.
kind of-
Oh, how nice.
yeah, the hippie trail they call
The
it
hippie
in Asia.
trail. Well, those were the days, no? The glory days.
Yeah, that's what the glory days.
I've spoken to a lot of musicians na galing Jensan, napunta ng Boracay, and when they first saw their sunset, they never left the island. Such a magical and mysterious island.
Just imagine the sunset, beautiful sand, and topless women.
Yeah. Kwento mo na it used to be fishing.
Yeah, and the islands, Boracay has always been blessed,
Right.
somehow. And first, when there was no transportation to take their fish to
The mainland.
Calibo mainland, there's so much fish there. And of course, I wasn't then, but before
Mga
maybe in the
60s pa to.
60s, yeah. And they would just throw nets there, and they have so much fish that they just die on the
On the net.
and not enough food for everybody. So then nag-uso yung dynamiting. So the locals or whoever, they would start dynamiting so when that thing went down, then copra. The copra went up. So Boracay was all those coconuts was planted by the Tirol to produce copra.
Okay. So nauna pala ang Tirol sa'yo doon.
Oh yeah, they've been there a long time. Actually, one of the first cottages people could stay was Tirol.
So copra na. Ito na, copra na.
Oh, copra. So I guess bumagsak yung presyo ng copra.
Because of the coconut levy.
Yeah, or then they found puka shells, you know.
Puka shells.
So yung puka shells, everybody went to Yapak, they dug up, even the school teachers quit their job. Everybody from Calibo to, one count X was like 400 pesos at the time.
And then you mentioned that they discovered how to make plastic puka shells.
Yeah, the commercial.
And so the puka shell business died.
So then there was a German tourist when the Puka Beach was going down that wrote something about Boracay. And
then
Jans Peter, all the tourists that goes to Asia, especially to Philippines, they have that
travel guide.
book, and he put like Boracay in the front page for the 4 or 5 years in a row.
Right. Were you already there? Nakapunta ka na nun?
Actually, I met him, si Jans Peter.
Okay.
Came to my bar and
you treated
but
him
the
to
book came out before I was there, so he came to visit.
So this Jans is the legendary. He kind of like discovered Boracay and
Jans
put
Peter.
Boracay in the map. Actually.
Yeah, in the
Hindi siya
European.
naka-discover pero he put Boracay in the map.
That's right. So
Right. So and then from that point on, the tourists never stopped coming.
yeah, they never stop. They just keep coming. And,
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Andre. That was
Alright.
a lovely history of Boracay and the party scene in Boracay. Ladies and gentlemen, Andre Abriam, Beachcomber, the legend. Thank you very much. This is Steve Luz, Sabado Nights. See you guys around.
Alright, maraming salamat Andre sa mga masaganang kwento mo tungkol sa mga early days ng Boracay. Ito namang susunod na segment na to dito sa part 2 ng Boracay episode ng Sabado Nights with Steve Luz. Nag-ikot-ikot ako sa ilang mga isolated locations doon sa Boracay para lang malaman ninyo kung saan kayo pwedeng magpunta sa susunod na pagbisita ninyo.
Nandito tayo ngayon sa Diniwid Beach. When I first stayed here in Boracay, medyo dito ako unang na destino. There used to be Spider House. And that is Diniwid Beach right there. Ayan. Dito ngayon tayo sa Dini View Villas or Dini Beach Restaurant. Nandito tayo ngayon sa exclusive cove ng Shangri-La Boracay. Ayun o. Ayun yung Shangri-La. Katabi naman niya, ito, Movenpick Boracay. Doon naman kami sa Crimson. medyo exclusive dito kasi mamahalin yung, syempre alam niyo naman yung Shangri-La, it's a multinational. And Movenpick I think also is, and Crimson definitely is. So, it's really nice place to hang out. It's very exclusive Coke. Meron silang arrival dito ngayon sa Crimson. Papapanood natin ang sistema. Ayun ang kanilang boat. See, this is how things are done if you stay in a luxury resort. This is Crimson. And that is their walkway para sunduin yung mga new arrivals nila. They have an exclusive speedboat that will pick you up from the jetty port, bring you here directly, and you'll be welcomed by a drum group. That's Crimson for you. I'm sure ganun din sa Shangri-La. They have a welcoming, they have their own port, and they have those beautiful speedboats that pick you up. Actually, they have their own terminals sa jetty port. So, papasok ka na sa terminal pagdating mo sa jetty port. Diretso ka na sa speedboat nila. Dadali na kayo, diretso na dito. Grabe, no? Crystal clear ang tubig dito. It's really nice, very exclusive, konti lang ang tao. But I know Crimson is a favorite destination of the Chinese, and so is Movenpick. And of course, Shangri-La is very exclusive for the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Pero nandito tayo ngayon, yun. Nakasingit tayo. Anyway, balik tayong Movenpick, pakita ko sa inyo. Ay, balik tayong Crimson, pakita ko sa inyo. Hey! Now we're here at Iligiligan Beach. Kung makikita na ninyo, mas virgin dito. Actually, ihira itong puntahan ng mga tourists. Kasi wala ka naman pupuntahan dito. There are some houses there. Una kong napuntahan itong Iligiligan, mga 2014 na eh. Naalala ko yun lang bahay na yun, no? And it was actually an abandoned house. Well, at least nobody was living there. Ngayon, meron na siya nitong bagong resort. The Iligiligan Landmark. Such a beautiful place. Welcome to Puka Beach! Puka Beach. Kung maalala ninyo, nung 70s, nauso yan yung pumutok yung Coco Banana, yung mga sosyalan dati. Puka shells ang pinaka jewelry. So it was beautiful, right? Kanya lang, I think somebody discovered to fabricate it in plastic. So medyo namatay din yung industry na yun. Saka yun nga, hindi na nga nauso yung puka shells ulit. Now, they're selling it at 1,500 for a necklace. That's a tourist price, of course. If you're lucky, siguro makatawad ka. Ito yung entrada ng Puka Beach. Makikita nyo doon, yung mataas na building na hindi tapos. was a development that was stopped because they wanted to protect Puka Beach. Naalala ko pa, medyo maluwag to eh. Maraming restaurant sa Pandaron, pero ngayon wala na sila. Tingnan, naapektuhan sila ng building na yun. Ang daming tao, ang dami rin mga stalls. Yan yung mga nagbebenta ng Puka shells. Yun nga, wala pang mga foreign tourists dito, puro locals pa lang, ang dami ng tao. Noong unang panahon kasi, mahirap magpunta dito sa Puka Beach. You had to either rent a boat.
There ain't a whole lot of alternatives. Walk in a room and I know something's gotta give. Like Mr. George, well, that's what they say about this. It's got to be the toughest one.
Eh wala pang kalsada nung araw, so medyo mahirap. But these days, it's very accessible. Ang dami ng tao, ang dami ng turista. Still remains to be a very nice virgin place because they kept it that way. Parang may municipal ordinance to protect it. So here's one of the destinations that you can come to if you visit Boracay. Don't forget, Puka Beach.
Ayan, ang gaganda ng mga lugar, no? Siguro doon sa mga bihirang makapunta ng Boracay, hindi nyo pa napupuntahan yung mga ibang lugar diyan katulad ng Ilig-Iligan Beach. Wala pang masyadong tao doon. So if you have a chance to go, please visit. Anyway, eto ang susunod na segment naman, ibabalik natin ang ating food diwata or food correspondent, Miss Katya, to feature a few more food destinations, food places in Boracay.
Hey, we're here at the beautiful Hue Hotel in Station X, Boracay. They've got a lovely pool and an equally beautiful bar over here where we had a few drinks the other time. But what we're really here for is to go to the food court and visit Voglia Pizza, brainchild of Carl, who studied in Naples for a few months to become a pizzaiolo, which in Napoletana it means a pizza master. So let's go meet the pizza master. And he's got a very special guest with us today as well. Camera. This is our pizzaiolo.
What's up?
Pizzaiolo.
Chow chow.
That's our new
Chow chow.
recruit?
Oh yes, and we have a new recruit.
Bagong alipin.
Ay, bagong alipin, and none other than Wency Cornejo. And Stephen Liu, of course.
Camera.
No, but well, I'm the food diwata for his show.
We are having
Surprises.
pizza and Volia tartufo with black truffle.
Oh, perfect. Tartufo. That is my favorite. I can't wait for that.
And calzone for cheese.
Wow.
And the garlic bread.
Nice. Then maybe Carl can tell us, you can tell us a little bit about your process. What's so special about the Napoletana pizza?
We use our hands. Wala siyang rolling pin. We don't use rolling pin. Of course, we only hand stretch.
And
The ingredients came from
Yes.
Napoli. And pizzaiolos are trained by the ABPN.
Yes, there you go. There you go. So Carl went through all the ropes. He's got the experience and the history. What a great story. Well, we're in the company of all these good chefs. Hello, hello. I'm the food diwata, and here we have a calzone, I believe, and this one here is a pizza. Not sure if it's the tartufo one, but anyway, Carl, our pizzaiolo, will show us the Napoletano way to eat pizza. Had the tartufo pizza and the 5-cheese calzone. Wow, it just had that wow factor, perfectly cooked, and I just like to make special mention about something called leoparding or leopard spots on the pizza, which means it speaks about a balance of flavors and textures in the pizza, which again are wow, absolutely perfect. And so that ends our experience here at Bolia. That's Bolia Pizzeria. Bolia with a silent G. Mea culpa. Anyway, keep on rocking and until the next episode.
Ciao!
Ciao, ciao. Okay, we're here at Congas to have some Thai food with the guys. So everyone's gonna be here, the whole gang. I'm thinking of having the green chicken curry. That's a good staple, and the pad thai. I think that sounds really good as well. I'm gonna try a few new dishes though. The other curries and the salads sound fantastic, aromatic and flavorful, just the way I like it. Something with peanut sauce. I love anything with peanuts on it. So just off Bulabog Road, on the side rather, Bulabog Road, and not far off from Bulabog Beach, which is a lovely and quiet beach on its own. A nice change from the main beach, which is always busy. So this is a good place to go if you want a nice quiet dinner or lunch. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to having some of my favorite Thai. Okay, keep on rocking. And we are ordering a plethora of dishes, pad Thai among them, papaya salad. So these guys were the whole gang, the guest performers at Woodstock 2022. Woohoo! Rock on! That was a heavy dinner, but you know, the gang, they're all happy, as you can see. So everything was fragrant and flavorful, aromatic, a little bit of spice, but you know, it's just like life, you need a little bit of spice, right? Try the food here at Congas, and as the sign says, authentic, tasty Thai food. And it is authentic, it's homemade. Believe me, I think I finished their stock for tonight, so. But everyone's happy, I'm happy. So come on down when you're here and you're in the mood for something really flavorful. Congas is the place. Right, okay, signing off. Keep on rocking.
Maging sa pagtulog, ika'y nababanggit.
Good sunny morning. We're here at my absolute favorite, the Lazy Dog Bed and Breakfast near Bulabog Beach. It's a nice quiet beach away from the main one, which is always so busy, so I prefer it here. We're sitting here in probably my favorite spot in the entire resort. It's sort of like a patio, covered patio. It's got tables. We're sitting on the banig, and we've got all these fat cushions. Okay, so Lazy Dog is called Lazy Dog because the owner Gila has these two really fat, really cute dogs. They're like the ambassadors and mascots of the place, and you'll see them when you hang around here. They'll hang around you, especially if you've got food like this, which again are the star of Lazy Dog. You know, I've ordered adobo flakes with a sunny side up egg. You can have your eggs any which way you want, and it's got mango salsa, really delicious rice, garlic rice, cooked by their Chef Rose, I believe. And I just ordered 6 bottles of my favorite chili paste, which I'm going to eat with everything. I just love the vibe here, everything, the music, the art. There's like little bits of art everywhere. I can see actually right here next to me by the glass windows, there are mosaics here. Look at that. So you use like old bottle tops, old knives, utensils, and put together in a really creative way. And there are some sculptures there, like little steampunk sculptures put together from old scrap metal. Extremely creative, which is the total vibe that I get from this place. So props to you, Gila. Oh, and one more thing. Here we go. We've got, and Steph has ordered a Spanish omelet, right? With a really generous dose of salad, homemade bread, and lots of butter. It's the only way you should have it, right? Chef Rose is amazing. And I'm also I'm not just a food devata, I'm also a plant devata. So one thing you see here are a lot of plants here that are normally so expensive, like sold like exorbitant prices as houseplants in Manila. But here, they're everywhere, and everybody gets to enjoy them. And I love that about the place. So everything just hits the right notes here for me. Music, the art, the people. Before I forget, all the ates and the kuyas who work here, the moment we came back, they were like, hey, welcome back. And it just feels like a home away from home. So keep on rocking. I'm gonna have my adobo flakes now. Right, so this is my before and after. Look at the aftermath of that. Yes, I devastated that in literally a few minutes. Adobo flakes, the best. I've been searching for the perfect adobo flakes for a very, very long time. And this is it. Light, crisp, seasoned to perfection with that buttery rice and the best mango salsa I've ever tried. I just like to thank Gila, Chef Rose, and all the ates and kuyas who work here. You guys are family. You've been together through the pandemic and kept it together, stayed open, and you know, I marvel at all the hard work and the community that you've built here, and I absolutely love it. Thank you for the art, the plants, the food, and from this food to Wada's heart, you have made me so happy. So yeah, cheers and rock on, you guys. I'm gonna keep coming back here. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Katia, for those lovely treats. Anyway, maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik dito sa part 2 ng Boracay episode ng Sabado Nights with Steve Lu. Huwag niyong kalilimutan, next Sabado Nights, part 3 ng Boracay episode. Abangan!